What's up, YouTube fans? Lana Analyst about the video, and today I'm here with my I guess you could say hot take of the day, or my sort of kind of rumor, or what I want the Hawks to do. So, and looking at a lot of the news, a lot of the rumors around the NBA, it's become clear that Zion in New Orleans is not happy. He's not happy in New Orleans. He doesn't want to be in New Orleans. He really doesn't want anything to do with New Orleans. They acquired C.J. McCollum for him, and and C.J. said he hadn't even spoken to Zion. So that signals to me that he wants out. So I was thinking, I was thinking about teams who would, not mind trading for Zion, because ultimately you don't want to lose him in free agency for nothing, right? So, obviously, it would potentially be a sign and trade in the offseason. I truly do not think that Zion, I don't see it being any possible way that Zion is staying with the New Orleans Pelicans after this year. And so I put together some trades, put together some offers, and these are all obviously off-season offers, off-season trade ideas, close to the NBA draft. So here we go. The Atlanta Hawks trade for Zion Williamson. So here's the first package I have in mind to make the money work, to create compensation and give New Orleans kind of what they're looking for in Zion. They give up Anthony Davis practically for Zion. For Zion, so they're gonna want a pretty decent return for him. So here's what I'm looking at. Hawks get Zion Williamson. We are trading DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, our 3 first-round picks this year, a future first in 2024, and a 2023 second-round draft pick. So potentially, if we trade our 3 first-round draft picks this year to them, they will have 4 first-round picks this year total. They had the one via the Lakers from the AD trade. Then we're going to trade them a 2024 first-round pick, which is a future first, which I was listening to multiple GMs. Every GM likes future first, even if you're a team in the middle of contending for a championship. Every team likes first-round draft picks. And then we trade them. Oh, I'm sorry. So we're gonna trade them 3 future first. Three first-round picks in this year in the draft, a first-round pick in 2024, a second-round pick in 2023 next year, and another second-round pick in 2024. That's the offer I have proposed here. Now, why do the Hawks do this? This almost gives Trae Young. This basically gives Trae Young his second option. They're around same age. They can develop with each other. They can develop into something nice, kind of a 1-2 punch, a dynamic duo. They can compete at a high level because everyone knows when Zion is healthy, which I do think that part of his injury. I don't think his injury is too bad to the point where he can't play. I think that he's just pouting and not wanting to be in New Orleans. And I think that he would actually play if he got traded to a different team. So Zion, clearly Trae Young, no matter who we get, no matter if we got LeBron or Steph Curry, Trae Young would always be our franchise player. He would always be the player that we're going to build around, that any other player at the trade deadline will be available other than Trae Young. Trae Young is always going to be that guy, no matter who we bring in, no matter what star we bring in next to him. Trae Young is always going to be our guy. So putting Zion around right with Trae, it takes so much pressure off of Trae Young. Zion can handle on offense, and then you have Trae, and then So my starting five is looking like Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, Zion Williamson, John Collins, Clint Capella. Zion can also space the floor, but he's 6'6", I believe. But you won't even mind playing him at the 3 because he can just do so much. It would take some pressure off Collins, and it would kind of really refrain the Collins haters from really hating on Collins, because if Collins is giving us what he's giving us now, along with Zion being Zion and Trae being Trae, and hopefully Clint Capella can figure out how to play basketball again, then we'll be a very dangerous team. Look at our bench. Our bench is pretty much the same: DeLon, Lou, Bogey, Gallo, and Onyeka. The only reason I would not be willing to, I would give, if I had to give up Big O, I would give up Big O. But that would not be that would not be an offer that I would even make involving Big O. Because you can always go out there and sign one of these centers in free agency, like JaVale McGee or Hassan Whiteside or a guy like that in free agency to be your backup center. But I feel like Onyeka's potential is just it's there, and it's high, and so keeping him will be ideal. Now, if they wanted Big O, I would send Big O to New Orleans. But right now, Dre, who they could really use, to be honest, who they eyed, Dre and Huerter is the guys who they eyed. Now, I know everyone's saying, why ain't Huerter in this deal? Why ain't Huerter in this deal? Huerter's on a poison pill contract. Those poison pill contracts are extremely hard to trade. One of the hardest contracts to trade is a poison pill, because depending on the team's cap space situation, depends on how it will affect their cap space and how much money they are under or over the tax. So it all depends on the team situations, to where it depends on how many. Typically you would have to have a pretty good trade exception to trade a poison pill or acquire a poison pill contract. So Huerter can stay. Hunter is one of those guys where it's just like, I wouldn't pay him in the offseason anyways. We can sign and trade him. Jalen Johnson is a guy that has a lot of potential. So we have to give up talent to get talent, and that's what we're doing here. Jalen Johnson and DeAndre can actually really help and develop along with the New Orleans timeline, and then they get four future first round picks and 2 second round picks. What GM would say no to that? Two guys with potential in Dre and Jalen Johnson, 4 first round picks and 2 seconds. I think that's pretty good for a former number 1 overall pick. And I think it's a win-win for both sides. So this is actually a really long video. I spent a lot of time just yapping my mouth on that one. But let me go to my second option. This is a 3-team trade, by the way. 3-team trade, and this would have the Hawks acquiring. This is involving Hawks, Wizards, Pelicans. This would have the Hawks acquiring Zion Williamson and Bradley Beal. The Wizards would acquire DeLon Wright, Devontae Graham, Jackson Hayes, DeAndre Hunter, Trey Murphy III, Kira Lewis Jr., Larry Nance Jr., Garrett Temple, and Gorgie Dang. They would acquire a 2022 first-round pick, 2 and 3 second-round picks. The Pelicans would acquire Ish Smith, Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Bogey, Rui Hachimura, Vernon Carey Jr., and 2 future first-round picks. I think that's really good for all sides. Hawks starting 5 would be Trae Young, Bradley Beal, Zion Williamson, John Collins, and Clint Capella. The benches will move Lou back to the point. It'd be Lou Williams, Kevin Huerter, Kevin Knox, Gallo, and Onyeka. I think Knox will get those minutes unless we were to do something else in the offseason. But all these would have to be all-season moves. But let me know what you guys think about those. I think that all the trades help all the teams. That would be, well, at least what I'll be willing to offer for Zion. Dre, Johnson, 4 future first-round picks, and 2 seconds. I would accept that if I was the Pelicans, and I would offer that if I was the Hawks. But let me guys know what you think. What would you offer? And by the way, before one of you all comment, Collins cannot be traded. The contracts will not match. It will put the Pelicans into the luxury, which they're not at a point where they are really willing to do that yet. But let me know what you guys think about this video. If you have some other trade offers in mind where the money would work, then let me know. Do you think 4 first-round picks is too much? I mean, look, he was a former #1 overall pick, and you got to think, even if you tried to use 4 first-round picks to move up to the #1 overall pick, it still wouldn't be enough. So you got to think, you're getting a former #1 overall pick in Zion, who can be a 1-2 punch with Trey. You're giving up Hunter, which Zion will replace Hunter. That's a huge upgrade. Jalen Johnson, who's mostly playing in the G League, and then 4 future first-round picks and 2 seconds. Which, if you're trying to compete, you don't really need draft picks unless you want to move them in future deals. But let me know what you guys think about these trades and these offers and the rumors, and what would you all's asking price be? What would you all be willing to offer? And do you think that Trey and Zion could be a thing? Do you think Trey, Zion, and John and those guys could be a thing? Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section, and y'all have a good one.